Hello, this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. I'm going to do my third entry for my Seeds of Kindness devotion, which we all voted for and we've decided to do. And today we're going to do empathy. And I think that's a type of word or a word that we don't understand totally the meaning behind it, but I'll talk about that later. And I want to make a little seed packet to create these seeds, and then I've got this beautiful lilac color that will go well with the card, and I want to make a color block, and then I want to use this paintbrush just to create doodlings or draw doodlings under and create this contrast between this sort of purple paint block with the doodles. So yeah, I'm just going to put you on fast forward, and then we're going to create this layout. I'm just putting my little non-stick mat underneath, and I'm secured with washi tape just to keep my page nice and straight. And then I haven't wet my brush. I'm just using a dry brush to create this block of paint. I'm just drawing a slight sort of a base for me where this block is going to be. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's just supposed to be almost this artistic block of color and on your page, and then you do some doodling, contrasting doodling on there. The paint was very sticky. I don't know why. It felt to me very sticky. It was quite difficult to draw on there. Yeah, that's just something, if you want to try something like that in your Bible, something to think about. Now, I've got this template of the little seed packet, which I have here. I just Googled it and just print out the template. You can make it as big or small as you want. And then I'm just going to put it together because I'm going to put my little prayer card in there later. And then just to put next to the picture. And then I'm going to use this pattern paper, which is also part of the printables, or it's part of the Seed of Kindness or the mustard seed one. As yet again, I'll link all the devotion details here at the bottom, so if you're interested to pick that up. And I'm just cutting it to side to put it on top of there because I thought that pink sort of will work nicely with the little card, the empathy card. So yeah, I'm just going to decorate it by putting a little label on there, and then I'm going to put the word of kindness on there with one of those beautiful flowers, which was part of the printable. And I'm journaling in Romans 12 verse 15, and it says, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep, live in harmony with one another." And as I said, the difference between empathy and sympathy is, I sort of Googled the difference between it, and there was a little picture with a little boy standing with a broken teddy bear, and another boy stood next to him, and the boy just said, "I'm sorry that your teddy bear is broken." And that is sympathy, just saying, "I'm sorry what happened to you." The empathy is the little boy stood there with a needle and a thread sewing up the teddy bear. Now that is empathy. It's actually that step further. We all can sympathize with people. If somebody's loved one died, we can sympathize with them and say, "I'm sorry about your loved one that died." But empathy is putting yourself in that person's shoes and take that little step further and weep actually with the person, or do something practical for that person to make that person's life better. And I think that is one of the advantages of going through tough times, is the fact that you can empathize with people when you go through tough times. Like my mom died about 3 years ago of cancer, and now when somebody goes through cancer, I can empathize with them plus sympathize, and I can just understand a little bit better how does it feel to lose a mom, or if you have financial struggles. Before you have financial struggles, you might never understand how it is that people have it, or how it is that you don't even have money in the house to buy bread. But when you went through it, you can understand it much better, and you can have empathy with a person. You're quickly to give a meal or quickly to give money because you know this is what's going to help. So yeah, that's the main thing. And I love the verse that says, "Rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep." So take that extra step. Don't just say you're sorry, but have that seed of kindness. And I think that distinguishes us from non-believers, the fact that we can take that step extra, even if you haven't gone through that situation, that you can just put yourself in somebody else's feet and see how they must feel, and see how practically you can help, even if it's just by praying. Yeah, so that is just something to think about. Now, in the meantime, I've just decorated my little seed packet with various ephemera, and now I'm just taking this paintbrush marker, and I'm just drawing these very, very simple doodle flowers. It's daisies. It was quite difficult to draw it, especially to color it in, because, as I said, the paint was very sticky. It was not a very nice surface to work on, but it turned out at the end okay. I'm just trying to do these upside down daisies, the more sort of complicated daisy with the inked flowers at the back, and I'm coloring in. I'm going to sort of cut out most of the coloring because I was struggling, and I had to come sort of close up to make sure I color in the line, so you didn't want it to look in the back of my head the whole time. So I'm just doing the last little flower there, coloring it in, and I love the contrast between the purple and the white. You can obviously use any color. Black will even be good. Red, pink, but I decided to go for this beautiful lilac color because it goes well with the little empathy card. And then I'm just doing this very, very sort of fine little leaves, which goes with daisies, just to give this effect of daisies. Yeah, I like how it turned out at the end. It's so simple, but it has a sort of a very I think a good effect, nice effect on it. So now I'm just writing out my verse, as I said, Romans 12 verse 15, and then I'm going to write there at the top, seeds of empathy, because, as I said, that is what we're talking about. I really enjoyed this study so far. It's just nice to look at each word or some of those prompts, and to look at it and sort of just look at it a little bit further. As I said, it's interesting now to see the difference between empathy and sympathy. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to tuck my little prompt card there, which is sort of do something nice for somebody you might have not necessarily do, somebody you might have had hard feelings for. So yeah, that's a good prompt to do, and I've done my date stamp there. Unfortunately, I've messed up my date stamp, so I've just covered that up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this entry. Yeah, give me a like if you like this video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider so. I'd really appreciate it. Yes, you must have a lovely, lovely day, and yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.